Apparently, as the legend goes, Agastya Muni did sadhana over here, and it was predicted that on the day of Tamil New Year, his sadhana would be broken. So, and it happened. So he got disturbed in his sadhana. So he had put his Rudraksh mala on the lingam. So he reached out to take the Rudraksh mala, and apparently Shiva's voice came saying, "Keep the Rudraksh mala on because I am here for other people as well." The Kaveri is extremely peaceful here. I love it actually. I would love to take a dip here, but there is not so much facility as far as I know. I don't know if we ask, maybe some room is there inside to change. But otherwise there are not many people here, and there are many spots where you can walk into the river. It is really beautiful. So if somebody is coming, it's definitely worth considering taking a dip when you come. So just plan accordingly and yeah, try it out. This is the bridge that brings us to this temple. It's like a one-lane bridge. It's quite an experience to get here in the car. It was very interesting, and the view once you cross and go towards the city, the view is very nice for like a couple of kilometers. And we enter into one tiny village, and then we go into through the farms. And yeah, this is the temple route. We can park very nicely under the trees. It's a very shaded spot to park and also sit around, do a picnic or whatever. This is currently middle of the day, Wednesday. It's just 12:30. The temple is going to close, and right now it's 12:30. So I am very happy to have gotten the darshan. Very, very calm, peaceful, and a wonderful darshan I got. And a wonderful place also. The lack of people and visitors is making it really perfect, I would say, for somebody to just come meditate for a while in a powerful temple spot. So do enjoy this video. It's basically a lot of clips and shots from within the temple and sharing a little bit of information and my own experience of the temple. I am sure it will add value to you. Please watch till the end. Namaskar everyone. So I am currently in Coimbatore, and this is my new rental place near the ashram, and it's a very exciting new chapter in my life where I'll be staying outside the Coimbatore ashram and seeing how it goes, whether I go in for volunteering or just visiting the Lingam and all this stuff. And I'm happy I got this spot where I kept the Devi on this carton box where I need to empty. And yeah, the lighting is decent enough so I can shoot some videos here hopefully. I'll have to create my little corner of video shooting. So on the way to Coimbatore, I drove actually from Bangalore, and I am very happy because after a long time I was able to drive that much. As you know, for the past many months my health has really not been well at all, so it was really fantastic that I was able to drive, and I took a night halt at Erode. If you know, Erode is so the total distance was about like 450 kilometers or something, and after Erode I think another 200 kilometers to Coimbatore near the ashram. So it was very fantastic, and close to Erode there are some very nice and powerful ancient temples which I always wanted to visit. One of them is Nattatreeshwarar. So on Google the spelling is Nattatreeshwarar, but I have been pronouncing it as Natadheeshwarar. So I decided to take a detour and go to this temple. It was like 30 minutes away from Erode in the opposite direction, but I really wanted to visit this temple, which is like a 6,000-year-old temple consecrated by Agastya Muni himself, and it's supposed to be right at the midpoint of the Kaveri river, and during Sadhguru's Palani Calling Rally for Rivers ride, he highlighted this temple, and I have been very curious about it, and I felt quite pulled to it. But hey everyone, and so yeah, I had some Amazon parcel come in the middle of that shoot, and then I went off to the Isha Yoga finale, which is happening at Adiyogi. I'm so excited. I'm staying so nearby, like I can just plan last minute and just go off. If I see an Instagram reel saying something's happening, I can just run off there. It's quite interesting. Okay, so the Nattatreeshwarar temple, the thing is that as the legend goes, Agastya Swami, he basically had to clear some doshas So he created this lingam and spent time over there. Naturally, within that temple, along with this linga, there is the murti of Shani, there is the Navgraha temple, there is Kal Bhairava and a few other deities. Of course, all of these may not be consecrated by Agastya Muni, but since the legend says that he spent some time clearing his doshas here, so it makes sense to have these deities. So anyway, this appealed to me a lot because as I was going through this illness for the past 1 year or so, I also was interested in going to these healing kind of places, and so this made more sense to me to go here at this point. Maybe my own doshic imbalances might get sorted out a bit. And so yeah, I sat and meditated there. It was such a wonderful temple, absolutely quiet, serene. Considering that it is this powerful history and legend behind it, I expected that there to be a lot more footfall, lot more buzz, lot more happening. It's not. It is actually very down to earth, not many people at all. One little stall with those offerings. It was wonderful actually, and the pujari was there. He was sitting and doing something, just some work. He wasn't busy because there were no devotees coming in. The two festivals that are celebrated here are, the main one is basically the Tamil New Year that falls on April 14th. Apparently, as the legend goes, Agastya Muni did sadhana over here, and it was predicted that on the day of Tamil New Year his sadhana would be broken. So, and it happened. So he got disturbed in his sadhana. So he had put his Rudrakshmala on the lingam. So he reached out to take the Rudrakshmala, and apparently Shiva's voice came saying, keep the Rudrakshmala on because I am here for other people as well. And so Tamil New Year is one of the big days, and the pujari told me that from 2 to 4 lakh people will come there. There will be long lines and everything. The other festival that's also celebrated is Mahashivratri. Basically, they split the day into 4 kals, and all kals the puja will happen. The temple will be open all day and night. Some abhishekams will happen and all that stuff. So he actually invited me to be there for Mahashivratri, so it's definitely an option. And Mahashivratri, maybe there'll be less people, so it might be a very nice ambience to be in. Sadhguru has spoken about this temple. It seems that Agastya Muni may have left his subtle body over here in this temple. And this was also a very special visit for me because as you enter onto the top floor where the main linga is there, one of the big shrines that meets you is the Karthikeyan shrine, and it's a really nice shrine with a beautiful peacock in front, a nice powerful veil before that, so it's very aesthetically lovely. And the thing is, I had stayed in Coimbatore for like 5 years, right? So I always wanted to go to the Palani Murugan temple. Having said that, I didn't really feel much connection to Muruga itself because he's not there in the north so much, and I just never connected much. So, but it always, because I spent 5 years in Coimbatore, it always struck me in that I never managed to go to Palani, which is so nearby. And considering I travel a lot, right, so I kind of felt that little miss. So when I was leaving Coimbatore, it really remained in my mind. And so this time when I'm coming back to Coimbatore, I now have a house here, so I'm again considering Coimbatore as my hometown, and I have got this very, very homely feeling towards Coimbatore, which one of my friend tells me it's actually something that a lot of people experience. Apparently there's something about the city that really feels very homely all of a sudden, even though you may not have any past connections as such. Like, I'm not even Tamil, and so Tamil Nadu in a way has adopted Karthikeyan, because everywhere else he's kind of forgotten a little bit his worship and everything, but here he's so strong. Muruga, like. So when I was coming into Tamil Nadu and again setting up my house here, it was a very, very wonderful thing for me that I just stood at this Karthikeyan shrine in this temple Natadheeshwarar, and for the first time I actually felt so connected to him, and it was very powerful, and it's very and I'm quite sure that a Palani trip will happen. I don't know when it will happen, but I'm quite sure it will happen this time. And so I'm very happy about it, that my entry into Coimbatore and it already the little connection with Muruga has happened, which I think is very special and very powerful, especially because a lot of people are now considering him as a form of Bhairava. So already with my affinity with Bhairava, I think that this is pretty special. And so as it happens, this temple does have a history with Karthikeyan as well, because as the legend, you see, Agastya Muni and Karthikeyan do have a special bond, because as Sadhguru often says, that Karthikeyan was this very angry kind of deity, and when he came down from the Kailash mountains in the north, he came down into the south, and then he settles near Madurai, right? So it was finally Agastya Muni who basically channelized his anger, and finally he takes Mahasamadhi at Kumar Parvat. So as the legend says, at this temple, after Agastya Muni leaves, after finishing his sadhana and setting up the temple, he leaves because he had some other work and all. But they say that he comes back one more time, and when he comes back, Karthikeyan actually greets him. So in that sense, this temple, Karthikeyan's presence is also said to happen, and Agastya Muni also comes back and they have a meeting here. So I think that's really powerful and special. And so for me also it was special that I did have a little bit of almost my first Karthikeyan connection experience happened in this temple. It was really a shame, because I stayed in one of the best hotels of Erode, and while I was leaving, I just asked the people at the reception whether they knew about this temple Nattatreeshwarar, and they didn't know at all. They kept referring to the Bhavani temple, which is another temple on the north of Erode, and then they started talking about a different temple altogether. They actually did not know this temple, which was insane, because it's literally 30 minutes from Erode, and it's so beautiful, and this Kaveri river over there is really like, it's something really significant. So it's a really big shame that even hoteliers who should know all these spots around Erode, and in Erode they did not know about this place. So I would really urge all of y'all to kind of make it a point and visit whenever you can, because it's really sad if these kind of places get lost. So I help with general sadhana related consultations. I also consult for spiritual pilgrimages. If you like to know more, you can go to my website inspirituality.in, and in this pilgrimage planning I focus mostly about the spiritual experience part, not so much about the itinerary and stuff. To support this channel and to know more about the behind the scenes, do consider subscribing to my channel membership. It starts at as low as 99 INR.